commitment that we have in life is good the whole time. No, you gonna get a dump. They gonna dump shit on you. Can you now stand in front of everybody with doo-doo on you and be like, yep, we finna try again. I'm finna do it again.
You know what? Let me wipe this shit off. I got another idea.
Oh, bro, like, I'm definitely finna take a bath, 100%. I'm gonna get it from in between my neck. Like, we gotta get this shit off us. But
no one expected this, but it finally happened. And not just in whispers or tabloids, we're talking full-blown, caught-on-camera chaos that exploded all over the internet. What started as a slow burn of tension between Iman Shumpert and Aaron Pierre suddenly erupted into a moment no one saw coming. And right in the center of it all? Teyana Taylor, caught between the past, the present, and two men who just can't seem to let go. For weeks, the air around this situation had felt thick with something unspoken. The silent jabs, the cryptic social media posts, the side-eye moments at public events. It wasn't just drama, it was a countdown. Iman, once so composed and cool-headed, had been showing signs of pressure. And Aaron? He wasn't exactly playing low-key either. He was showing up, stepping in, and, according to insiders, acting way too familiar around Iman's daughter. A line was crossed. Maybe several sources say the tension really started building when Aaron began appearing around Teyana's children more and more. To some, he looked like a helping hand. To others, especially Iman, he looked like a replacement. Things got even worse when Aaron reportedly started showing up uninvited to private family spaces. One event in particular was the final straw, a birthday celebration where Aaron allegedly popped up without an invite, and the energy shifted instantly. Eyewitnesses say Iman saw him from across the room, and his entire demeanor changed. It wasn't just anger, it was betrayal, confusion, maybe even heartbreak. This was more than just two men clashing. This was about legacy, fatherhood, and respect. Then came the video. Leaked. Grainy. But completely unfiltered. It shows Iman walking up to Aaron near a car, the tension practically buzzing off them. Their body language says it all, arms stiff, faces tight. The audio isn't clear, but one phrase pierces through, "Stay away from my daughter." It's not a request. It's a warning. Aaron stays calm at first, holding his stance, looking Iman directly in the eye. But then Iman steps in too close. It's like he's testing the edge, daring something to happen. Suddenly, a shove. Hard. Direct. Aaron stumbles. But holds steady. Then, chaos. Voices rise. A man off camera pleads, "Not here, man, not like this." But it's too late. The scene unfolds in just under 30 seconds, but the aftermath? It's blowing up everywhere. The video hits 10 million views in under a day. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, everyone has a take, a breakdown, or a meme. But underneath the viral madness, real emotions are unraveling. Real people are involved. And the fan base is on fire. Some fans are rallying behind Iman, saying he's just a father doing what fathers do, protecting his child from someone who overstepped. They say Aaron had no business getting so close to that part of Teyana's life, not yet, maybe not ever. Others argue Iman went too far, that violence, no matter how emotional, can't be justified. And Aaron? Some think he's been playing the victim, while others say he's the one who's been disrespected all along. What adds fuel to the fire is Teyana's silence. Well, almost silence. Because just after the fight, she posted a cryptic Instagram story that read, "It's always who you think won't." That's it. No explanation. But enough to send fans spinning. Was she talking about Iman? About Aaron? Or about someone else entirely? Photographers later caught her outside, tears in her eyes, clearly shaken. It wasn't just a scuffle to her. It was personal. Friends close to her say she's been deeply disappointed in both men. But publicly? She's said nothing more. And that silence is screaming louder than any statement. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, things are starting to get legal. Rumors say Aaron immediately got on the phone with his legal team. One of his close friends even tweeted, "Y'all think it's a game until paperwork gets served." That's not just a warning, that's a threat of legal consequences. And yet, as of now, no official charges have been filed. Iman hasn't been arrested. Aaron hasn't spoken out. But insiders claim there's more footage, possibly from building security cameras, and it could shift the entire narrative once again. Let's not forget Iman's track record. During his marriage to Tayana, he was fiercely protective, some would even say possessive. He saw himself as her shield, her protector, and definitely as the main figure in his daughter's life. Watching Aaron step into that picture? It wasn't just hard, it felt like a personal attack. Especially if you believe the rumors that Aaron and Tayana were getting close long before anyone knew about it. Tensions didn't just explode between the two men, they've radiated outward, shaking up everyone even loosely connected to the situation. The ripple effect is hitting hard, and it's not just limited to close friends and family, it's drawing clear lines in the sand, forcing people to pick sides whether they want to or not. Tayana's cousin fired off a tweet that was as blunt as it was revealing: "Real men walk away." That's all I'll say. Simple, but loaded. That one sentence set off a storm of replies, with people trying to decode whether it was aimed at Iman, at Aaron, or at both. Some called it a direct shot at Iman for escalating things. Others believed it was meant for Aaron, accusing him of provoking the situation when he should have taken the high road. Whatever the intent, the message hit hard, and it didn't stop there. Aaron's stylist jumped into the fray next, adding fuel to an already raging fire. They tweeted, "Some folks are still stuck in their ego era," a not-so-subtle jab that many interpreted as a dig at Iman. Within minutes, screenshots were circulating, people were speculating, and hashtags were trending. Meanwhile, Iman's brother decided to take a different approach. His message was short, but just as pointed: family first. Always. It didn't take much for fans to connect the dots. That wasn't just a vague statement. That was a line being drawn. An affirmation of loyalty. A signal to everyone watching that blood comes before everything else. These aren't just harmless opinions floating on the internet. These are people taking public stands, laying down verbal markers that separate them from the chaos, or align them directly with it. Every post, every like, every unfollow is being treated like a move in a much bigger chess game. Even some celebrities, who usually stay neutral in messy situations like this, have begun to quietly unfollow both Iman and Aaron. No captions. No explanations. Just clean breaks. And in the entertainment world, those subtle digital moves often speak louder than any press release. It's a way of saying, "I've seen enough," without actually having to say a word. Online, the atmosphere is pure chaos. Twitter threads stretch on for miles. Instagram comments are a battlefield. Hashtags like hashtag Team Iman, hashtag Team Aaron, and hashtag Pray for Tayana are everywhere. People are dissecting the footage like forensic analysts. They're examining every twitch, every word, every second of the video for hidden meanings. Some swear Aaron baited Iman, that he knew exactly what he was doing when he said whatever it was he said before the camera started recording. Others believe Iman crossed the line entirely and let his emotions get the best of him. There's even a viral comment that's been reposted across platforms like wildfire: "This isn't about love anymore. This is war." That sentiment seems to sum up how deeply divided people have become, and in the middle of all this noise, all this speculation and outrage, stands Tayana, trying, somehow, to maintain her footing. According to several insider sources, she's withdrawn from both men, choosing to protect her peace rather than pick a side. It's not about being indifferent, they say, it's about being emotionally drained. She's reportedly spoken to both legal teams and might be considering a protective order, not aimed at punishing either man individually, but simply to ensure they stay away from one another. She's done with drama, one close friend reportedly told a gossip blog. All she wants is peace and safety for herself and her kids. That kind of statement, while calming on the surface, only reinforces just how serious things have gotten behind the scenes, but fans aren't letting go. They're invested now, deep into the narrative, and they want the whole picture. Several popular blogs are already teasing the existence of additional footage, specifically, a longer clip from a nearby security camera that reportedly shows the confrontation from a different angle. There are rumors that this footage captures what happened in the crucial few moments before Iman walked up, which could shed major light on who actually started the incident. Some even say the full video includes audio that could either confirm or completely flip the current story. If that footage leaks, it could answer a lot of questions, or, more likely, spark a whole new round of arguments. And then, just when it seems like we've hit the peak of the chaos, an even bigger twist surfaces. A lesser-known blog dropped a report claiming that the fight caught on camera wasn't even the first one that day. According to this source, there was an earlier, off-camera confrontation inside the venue, hours before the video that went viral. That initial exchange was supposedly heated enough to turn physical, but no one was recording yet. If true, that changes everything. It suggests that by the time the public saw what happened outside, the tension had already been simmering for a while. It wasn't spontaneous. It was round two'd up that possibility that we've only seen the second half of a much longer conflict has fans spinning again. What did the first confrontation involve? What was said? Who was there? If there's any footage of that earlier moment, it hasn't leaked yet, but the hunt is on. People are combing through social media for clues, trying to piece together timelines from Instagram stories, tagged locations, and background faces in grainy videos. The entire internet has become a digital crime board, and so the story continues, growing more complex by the hour. No one is sure who's telling the truth, who's holding back, or who's trying to protect their own image at the cost of someone else's. What started as a brief, chaotic video clip has now unraveled into something far bigger, something that touches on loyalty, pride, ego, safety, and truth. And until someone steps up with a full, honest account of what really happened, the public is going to keep guessing, keep arguing, and keep waiting for the next piece of the puzzle to drop. Right now, the world is watching, waiting, refreshing their feeds. This fight may have lasted seconds, but its impact will last much longer. Iman's image, Aaron's career, and Tayana's peace of mind are all hanging by a thread. Will the truth come out? Will someone finally speak up? Or will this whole thing get buried beneath the next scandal? One thing's for sure, the fallout is far from over. And what happens next might just blow everything wide open. A single moment caught on camera just flipped the narrative. Iman's reputation, Aaron's intentions, and Tayana's future are now public property, being dissected, judged, and replayed by millions. Was this all a tragic misunderstanding? Or was it always going to end like this? Now that it's out in the open, how do any of them move forward? You've seen the footage. You've heard the voices. But we want to hear yours. Was Iman protecting his family, or losing control? Was Aaron innocent, or overstepping? And what role is Tayana really playing in this whole situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hold nothing back. Like this video if you want the full story, and subscribe if you're ready for the next chapter. Because one thing's clear, this is far from over. Turn on those notifications, because the next update could change everything. And trust us, you don't want to miss what's coming next.